Hello everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1 with a toy review. Today I will be reviewing the Power Rangers Samurai Deluxe Samurai Megazord. This figure is completely different than the Japanese version. It's a completely new mold. They look alike, but this is just a completely different mold. They took out some of the features that I thought were really cool about the Japanese version, the Shinken-Oh. But overall, I do like this set a good bit. It's not bad. It takes out one feature I felt was very good in the Shinken-Oh, and I wish they kept. But I'll get into that. Okay, this set is composed of the lion, the turtle, the bear, the dragon, and the 8 folding Zords. The reason they're called folding Zords is because in the show and in the Shinken-Oh, these were able to assume symbol modes. Unfortunately, that was taken out of these, and I can understand why some of them lost it, but I really wish at least the ape had kept it. The turtle kept it, but that's mainly due to transformation. I'll get into that. Anyway, let's just start with the turtle. The turtle is a brick. It's a brick. But nice detail, actually. I do like that they kept that they have this little very fine detail here. The black paint is actually pretty nice. And so is the silver around here. I've always really liked Bandai's metallic silver paint. The only possibility it has is the flippers, which do ratchet, surprisingly. About, I don't know how many degrees, I'm not an expert on that. But anyway, I will point out, though, that each of these has the Shiba Clan logo. The Shiba Clan is the Red Ranger's family and sort of the leading group here. There's the Shiba Clan logo on the turtle. They all have that. Nice little pink eyes. Nice silver on the nose. And the kanji for heaven on the back. They call it air or in the show, but it actually is heaven. And it actually reminds me a lot of the kanji for king, which, if you don't know what that is, look at the Gold Ranger from Zeo. He's got his visor and his gold power staff are both modeled after it. Now, like I said, she can assume her symbol mode. Just split her open, fold in the head, snap her back together, fold in this flipper, which has the opening on it, and this one. So yeah, they fold in like that. And there you have the symbol mode for her. Now, something that kind of bugs me about this is there's really no pink on here at all. I mean, I didn't want Shogun Megazord pink Megazord arm. That was kind of weird and an eyesore on that. But I did wish that they'd at least made the plastic white instead of gray, like they typically do with the Pink Ranger, because it kind of stands out that this is just a solid gray when all the others have their main color composing most of them. It just kind of makes pink a little bit of a standout that I don't particularly care too much for how that works. It's not bad, but I'm just saying it kind of messes with the pattern. Anyway, moving on to the Ape Zord, who is the only one that really has any genuine posability in her. You can move the arms and they ratchet, which is nice. And the arms move in and out, but that's mainly, both of those are mainly for transformation. But you can get some poses out of her, just you have to watch it. Not that many. Overall, pretty nice, though. The face could use a little more paint. I'm pretty sure the face was black and not gray in the show. There's the Shiba Clan logo on her. The kanji for Earth, half of it anyway. Overall, pretty nice detail. Something cool that I noticed is this right here. These are, I don't know how this is, there you go. Those are little triangles, which is the symbol she'd normally make. The turtle has little circles. I think that's pretty cool that they each have the symbol that they have in those tiny little grooves there. Now this is the one I think really needed to have her emblem mode, which really all they would have needed to do is add in a crunch in the middle here, because it really wrecks with the Megazord combination that goes on later. because this in proper form it should be in assemble mode for that, but it can't do that, so it kind of messes with the whole thing. Yes, I know, Gigazord. It's stupid sounding, but it's always been Ultrazord before. I don't really know why they chose to go with Gigazord this time. I think that was Bandai's fault, because they started making these toys before Saban started producing Samurai, so yeah. Let me see. Let's go with the bear next. There's the Shiba Clan logo. You can't tell in this form. In fact, you can't really tell at all. But this one's symbol is forest, though it's actually wood. The kanji, they call it forest in America instead of wood. No real posability. The head can move up, which can look kind of cool. Mouth opens and closes, though, which is nice. Overall, looks pretty good, though. No posability, and like I said, can't assume it's symbol mode. I do like the Bandai Silver paint, though. Let me see. Oh, yeah, let's... The dragon is next. Opens and closes his mouth, that's really it. He can move his head up and down. Can bend in the middle, but yeah. And yes, he does have the Megazord sword sticking out of his butt. That's an unavoidable thing. Yeah, and you can see they even kept the little, what are those, pentagrams? I don't really know what those are. Hexagon, pentagram, I don't know my shapes that well. Anyway, this is the one that was changed the most from the original Japanese version, because this one was really complex. Like, there was more moving parts. The head was more like this, with the head bent forward than just straight out. I mean, I do like the gold paint on the face there. That's pretty nice. Overall, though, it changed a lot, not for the best. Anyway. Finally, the lion, who I think is my favorite out of these. Probably, you know, Red Rangers. There, he has the fire kanji on him there. And as you can see, yes, they have that nice pentagon shape. Little dots there, which I like. Also, he had the kanji for water. My bad. But you can't really see it. I'll get to that when we get to Megazord mode. Yeah, the back portion has legs sticking out. So there is actually some detail on the legs there, which I like. There's the Shiba Clan logo. And mouth opens and closes. Nice face, though. I do like it. Anyway, let's get them combined. Okay, first let's start with the turtle. You simply fold her out. If you did not have her in invisible mode, you fold everything up. And then you flip around the fist, and you've got the arm. Then you take yellow, fold up the arms like this, and snap them together. Got the other arm. Bear, fold up his legs. Nice click there, too. And then fold the head forward, and he snaps into place, and you've got a leg. He has a tab here that leans him to that, so you know which leg he is. Okay. Dragon, take out the sword, and then you press this gray tab right here, and pull out this part. Then you fold up his head, and fold him down. Last but not least, red. Fold the legs up, they snap into place up here. Fold this section down, fold up the legs. There you go. Then snap on the legs. Raise up my camera so we can get him in shot. Sorry about that. Then attach the arms. And fold up the head. Put the sword in his belt, like so. And before we get to put the helmet on, I want to get a close-up look of his head. Shiba Clan logo up there. Nice detail on the head, though. Nice silver paint. Nice, and you got the samurai helmet thing right there, which is kind of cool. In the Japanese version, this was 2 parts. The second half would be back here. You'd fold it up and it'd combine to form the head, but I'm fine with this. Head looks a little small, though. Then you take this part, fold up the head crest, forms a helmet. As you can see, the shapes that form from each of the Zords is right there. Then you snap it down on top. And there you have the Samurai Megazord fully assembled. Or as they say in the show, Samurai Megazord, we are united. Lots of nice detail on him. And this is something I do like better than the Shinken-Oh. The Shinken-Oh did not have these proper legs. They were kind of stubby. I don't want to say stubby, but they didn't. This has better proportions than the Shinken-Oh does. The plastic is not that bad. It does feel a little bit cheaper than what I would like the old Megazords were, but it's not bad. I do like the silver paint on the legs. These new knee pads are now visible. They look pretty nice. They're nice gold paint. Very nicely proportioned too. It looks very show accurate actually, which is always a plus. Samurai hip guards, which is nice. Overall, a very nice mecha, or Megazord. Now we take the sword. Here's something I like. Let's get in close. The sword is covered in kanji, by the way, and the shapes of each of the animals. Oh, sorry. And the shapes of the animals. Now here's something cool though. It's on both sides. The Shinken-Oh's sword was not filled in on both sides. One half was just the blank plastic. Was not blank plastic. It was hollow. This is much better, and that goes in it, and that can fit in its hand. One thing though is the hand. There's no bottom hole, so he just holds half of it. However, thanks to transformation, he does have a wrist joint, which is a lot better than most Megazords have. So yeah, pretty good. Overall, I really do like this Megazord. As for sizing, I only have one other Megazord with me right now. The Deluxe Megazord from the reissued Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. They're about the same height. About the same. Oh, and articulation every 45 degrees. You know, the Megazord standard by now. I will say, though, the arms are at this awkward angle. You can't really get them to go straight down. They're always off, which is kind of an irritation, but understandable. Now, something cool, though, is these two can limb swap, which is actually fairly cool. So, let's show you that. And we take off the Megazord's arms. Legs. Sorry about that. It's a little hard to actually get these arms on for some reason. There we go. And actually, that does not look too bad. These big shoulder pads really add to the samurai effect, I think. I mean, yeah, this isn't a samurai sword, but oh well. And, of course, you can take the Megazord and give it the Samurai Megazord's limbs, which doesn't look as good, but it still looks kind of cool. Now, here's something that they fixed in the Samurai Megazord that I didn't like in this, and yeah, this one's kind of floppy. Even with its own limbs, it's floppy. Not as floppy as with the Samurai Megazord's limbs, but yeah. Where this one is pretty secure. I think that what it is the Samurai Megazord's limbs are a bit more tight, I mean, the joints are tighter, so... And since the joints were loose on the original Megazord's legs, it tends to... And I apologize for having to do this on camera. See? Yeah, that's something I don't like about that. That might just be mine, though, because you can't really... There is such a thing as quality control issues, so I might just have had a bad one. But anyway, overall, I think you can still find the Samurai Megazord in stores if you haven't got one. I would recommend the Shinken-Oh over it because the Shinken-Oh is just better quality. But the thing with the Shinken-Oh is it's over 3 years old now, so you're not going to really be able to find it on eBay all that easy. Where this is in stores right now, so you can go pick one up. And its accessory Zords are also in stores right now. So overall, I can recommend this because it's a very nice Megazord, and it looks really good on the shelf. I mean, yes, it doesn't have the emblem modes. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So overall, I say if you can find it and you want it, get it. I do recommend it, and this has been a toy review. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.